this is Tabitha Gill for JJ Learning Curve, and welcome to Money Abundance. Hi, I'm Tabitha Gill with JJ Learning Curve, and this is Money Abundance. So today I wanted to share something that is really close to my heart and something that has changed my life learning about this information, and I hope it improves your life too. And that is savings and the three types of savings: emergency savings, retirement savings, and personal savings. So what's important about the three types of savings? Number one tip is, get ready. Number one tip is to save first. Before you pay anything else, put aside just a little bit of income for what you want to achieve in your life, and that's going to help you to save the most money. Tip number two, different types of savings. A lot of people think savings is just cash. Savings is more than just cash, or should I say more than just a liquid asset. There are three different types of savings. There's liquid, what I like to call semi-solid, and solid. And whenever you're truly saving, it's important to save in all three forms. Why? Well, we'll get to that part a little bit later. It's one of the reasons why this tip is so important, to have all three forms of savings. And I'll give you an example. Again, liquid savings, cold hard cash. Semi-solid, jewelry, diamonds, necklaces, something like that. And then solid, land, that's a solid savings. A house that you want to sell, a solid savings. So I'm going to get to the main point of why all three types of savings are important. And that's because of a little thing called inflation. Inflation, if you have only liquid savings, drops the value in your savings account. Even if you're getting some interest, if the amount of interest you're getting is less than the yearly rate of inflation, you're losing money. What? Losing money? That's why you're saving, to get money, to keep money. So that's why you need to save in all three forms. It helps you battle inflation, and it helps you to actually keep your savings. Another reason why it helps you to keep your saving, especially when it comes to an emergency fund, is because semi-solid and solid form of savings usually require or take more time in order to transition that asset, that savings, into a liquid form to be used right away. And because of that, you only use it for what you really want to use it for, not that surprise trip to the Caribbean. That's why it's so important to have semi-solid and solid savings. So you use it, especially in the case of an emergency fund, for a true emergency. And not just something that you kind of want to do, but you didn't plan for. This is my number three tip. So my number three tip is the importance of recognizing what an emergency fund really is. Emergency savings, or true emergency fund for a job loss, is emergency income. Emergency income would be things like stocks that give you regular dividends, or rental apartments, or a hobby that you already use, like if you knit. You're using that hobby now. If you lose your job, you're selling more of your knitted items to recoup some more money. That's emergency income. That's an emergency fund. A source of income that you can transition from a part-time to a full-time that will give you money in the event of losing your main source of income. Savings is not income. That's what's so important to remember. Income would probably be an asset that makes you monthly money. So investments again. Harder savings, like land that you can rent out, can be an emergency income. Always diversify your income just like your savings. That is the key. That is my third My third tip, the key to wealth, is diversification. I guess by now, if you've been watching this video, you found out what I'm going to say next. And that's credit cards is not an emergency fund or a form of savings. Why? Why aren't they? This is why. In addition to being a liquid asset like good old money, which is subject to inflation yearly, credit cards have interest, compound interest. So you're adding inflation and then using compound interest. That's just a bad deal. There's nothing emergency written on that. I'm not saying credit cards are bad. They're really good for strategic purposes and they can really help you in your financial abundance lifestyle. But they are not for emergencies. So that brings me to what I wanted to say last. And that is starting to save. It's recommended to save at least 10% of your income. 10% in each category. Retirement, emergency, and personal savings. Whatever you can save is good. Something is always better than nothing at all. I hope these savings tips made a difference or at least open up your perspective to something just a little bit better. And if you have any questions and comments, feel free to add them at the bottom of this video. Till next time, I'm Tabitha Gill with JJ Learning Curve.